Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Necee. Welcome, how are you doing? I hope you're doing just fab. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Also hit that little bell, that way you are notified every time I upload, which I do upload every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 newborn baby essentials. I know as a new and expecting parent, it can definitely get overwhelming with how many baby products there really are out there in the market and what baby products actually work, what are actually worth your money, and what are you actually going to be using. I know there are definitely a lot of those products that are marketed out there that aren't really something you essentially need. They are great things to want and have, but they're not necessarily like a necessity. So I'm here to basically narrow everything down to my top 10 items and just kind of help you out a little bit, you know, steer you in the right direction. Real quick before we do jump into these items, one, none of this is in any particular order, and two, most of these items I no longer have as my son is 8 months. He's actually about to be 9 months in about a week or so. I actually donated his items and got rid of them as he kind of outgrew them, but I will put up pictures on the screen and I will also link everything down below for y'all in case you guys are interested, to make it a little bit easier for you guys. So yeah, this video might be just a little bit long, so definitely grab yourself a snack and let's just go ahead and get right into it. The first item I immediately wrote down on my list was the Nosefrida. Basically, this is the best thing ever invented to clean out your little one's nose. At the hospital, they usually give you like one of those little nose suckers that's like round and then it goes to a point, and that thing's great and all, but it doesn't really suck up like mucus and boogers and stuff like that all that well compared to the Nosefrida. And especially if you're having your baby around like the colder months, this isn't just not only just a newborn essential, but a baby essential in general until your baby can actually like blow their nose. I just feel like that is the most effective way and the most easiest way to clear out your little one's nose. The next thing I have on my list is a boppy. There are actually two different types of boppies. I actually had both of them. One that is kind of like a C shape, and then there's one that is a square. The one that is a square is more of like a lounger, which I wouldn't necessarily say is a baby essential, but the one that I would consider more of an essential is the one that is like a moon shape or crescent or a C or whatever I said. You can use that for multiple things. You can use that for like back support. You basically put the boppy around your stomach and you'll have the baby here, and it really helps your back, especially if you used epidural when giving birth. Your back is definitely going to be sore for the first few weeks, and you're going to be sore in general down there in that area. So just having that boppy there just really does give you that extra support, especially because you're going to be constantly carrying your little one at first, and they're so little. You can also use the boppy for your baby to lay on their back, kind of elevated. That is actually how my son learned to hold his bottle. And also if you put them on their bellies on the boppy, they are able to kind of get some tummy time in and kind of get those arm muscles working and kind of learn how to crawl eventually as well. The next thing I have is a playmat. You want to keep your child occupied. Even though they're just like little itty bitties, playmats are great for like hand-on coordination, for them to feel different types of textures, and they can really get like their hands going and stuff like that, you know, like they're learning everything and learning how to move their muscles and things like that, and just letting your baby be able to like venture out and play really does help with their learning development later on. So playmats are just basically just a really good like distraction for you to go and do the dishes or whatever, and they can sit right next to you because they're not going to move around quite yet, but they can be right next to you, have something occupy them, and still be by mommy or daddy. The next item is a rocker or a bouncer. Now when it comes to a bouncer, there are two different kinds. There is the bouncer that kind of like vibrates, which honestly my son didn't like. I was lucky enough to get both from my baby shower, but the one that I actually had on my registry was the one that my son actually ended up really liking, and it was the one that actually like bounces them. On the box it basically says that it mimics the mom's bouncing. I don't know, every time I put him in the one that just vibrates, he would just be fussy and cry. I guess he just didn't really like the sensation of it, but the one that bounces and mimics like the mom's bouncing, he loved. And that one also came with music. Bouncers are, I feel like, are also a really great thing to have with keeping your baby in one place, allowing them to see you while you're doing something, keeping them occupied. This bouncer bouncer also had little toys hanging down from it, so he was able to play with that. As far as rockers go, the only type of rocker I had was the Rock and Play, which actually got recalled. But you can also do one of those like little rockers that's like a swing. I have tons of friends that put their babies in that, and their babies literally would fall asleep in it, or their babies just really loved how comforting they felt when they were, you know, snuggled up and swinging, you know. And some of the swings come with music as well, so definitely look into that. Speaking of music, if you don't get a bouncer or a rocker that has baby music in it, I would definitely recommend getting like little kid night lights that play baby white music and like baby Mozart and just any type of baby tunes that help soothe your baby. My son, since he was little, has listened to like baby Mozart and white noise to go to sleep, and now it's pretty much just baby white noise, not so much the Mozart anymore, because that kind of like he'll want to dance and stuff. But with baby white noise, we always put that on when he goes down for a nap and when he goes down to sleep at night, and it definitely helps soothe him and keep him sleeping throughout the night. It also kind of cancels out any of the other noise that me and my husband might be making if we're watching a TV show, if I'm cooking in the kitchen, if we might have some guests over, or whatever the case may be. For me personally, I actually didn't buy like a baby nightlight or like a baby music thing. I have a little like sound speaker that I put my old iPhone on, so I will just literally go on YouTube, and I'll actually leave the link down below of the exact baby white noise that I use. And yeah, I hook up the phone to the music player and I put that YouTube video on and I play it for him religiously. So yeah. Next up, we have a bottle warmer. So I will say, when I was breastfeeding, I definitely used a bottle warmer. And when I was transitioning from breast milk to baby formula, I was also still using a baby warmer. And then slowly, as he was getting older, I was only giving him warm bottles at night. A bottle warmer to me was definitely something that I really needed. It's way more faster and easier than boiling water on the stove and like putting the bottle in there to kind of warm up. To me, the easiest way to warm up your baby's food is in a bottle warmer. It's super easy to clean and it's super easy to like work. You literally have it plugged in, you hit the button, it turns on, you put the bottle in there. It usually has like a little measure of how much water to put in, so you put the little bit of water that you need to put in and you wait like 30 seconds and it's done. Alongside a bottle warmer, I do feel like having a bottle rack also is super duper important. I still use the bottle rack actually. It's just convenient to have your own rack for all the baby bottles and pacifiers and teething toys and baby bowls and spoons and all the baby stuff that you're gonna be washing and drying. Instead of putting it in your dishwasher, I feel like it's definitely way more organized and out the way when you have your own bottle rack to store these things on to dry. And yeah, there's really not too much to say about that, so yeah. The next one that we're gonna get into is blankets / burp cloths. Honestly, you can never have too many blankets, like period. You definitely want to get a few of those like nice thicker blankets because your baby's little, they're gonna get cold, and it's just nice to have those. Those would be really good to like lay down for them to lay on, and then also for them to use to like, you know, wrap over them when they're in their carrier, in the stroller, or whatever the case may be. Alongside the thicker blankets, the thin ones are just as bomb too. One second, I actually see one. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. So these thin little blankets here, they're kind of big, but they're actually kind of not that big, well, compared to like my baby now. But at newborn stage, these are like great size. These are super comparable, like the thinness is comparable to those like pink and blue ones that they give you at the hospital. At first I did use these as blankets because my baby was small enough for me to swaddle in these, but eventually he grew out of that, especially with him being a boy. He definitely grew out of that fast. But these came super in handy as burp cloths. Like, instead of buying your own burp cloths that go like around here, you know, like why spend extra money when you can use these blankets? One, they're super absorbent and they're freaking huge, so you don't have to go through one burp cloth, you know what I mean? Like, you can use this all day to get all of that like spit up and stuff that you're gonna endure for the first few months. All right, now we're coming towards the last couple of items here on my list. One of them is the baby Genie. So basically this is a baby diaper trash can, and when I tell you baby poop is so smelly, you are gonna need this thing. Like, it's so unbelievably smelly. Like, I don't understand how come their poop stinks that bad. I just don't get it. Especially once you are converting from formula to pureed baby foods or introducing like real human food and stuff like that. Their poops get wild, okay guys? That baby Genie is gonna save your life. I still use it religiously for all his poop diapers. The pee ones, they can go in the regular trash. They don't smell that bad, but the poop, it gets real, guys. And trust me, you're not gonna wanna stick it into your regular trash can, because me and my husband have done that, and you'll be walking around the house like, what the fuck stinks? They are pretty pricey. That was definitely one of the items that like, okay, if nobody gets me crap on this registry, please get me a baby Genie, like please. And luckily I was blessed enough to have such a great father-in-law that blessed us with a baby Genie at our baby shower. So shout out to you, Mike. You are freaking awesome for that. So the last thing on my list is a night basket. So this is super essential, guys, okay? Babies are freaking amazing, right? But when you bring home your baby, for at least the first month, you are gonna be exhausted, okay? Baby's gonna be sleeping in the same room as you, and your baby's gonna be waking up every couple of hours, especially in the beginning. And honestly, having a night basket it's gonna just save your life. All right, this is what my night basket was. So basically it's just like one of these cute little baskets that I got from Target. I've actually had this before I even got pregnant. I had an extra one that I didn't necessarily have a use for. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put baby stuff in this, put this by my bed. That way everything is in one place. It's super portable. That way if like we're going into the living room or whatever for the day, I can just bring it from the bedroom to the living room and everything's in here. So yeah, those are basically my top 10 newborn baby essentials. I really hope that this video helps all of you new and expecting moms and dads out there. If you guys enjoyed this video and find it helpful, definitely give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.